Okay. So
Yeah, so welcome back.
thanks, Ashok. So I think let's get started on what exactly the hiring companies wants, right?
Okay.
So because you are basically involved into that part, maybe directly talking to the companies in more frequent manner than me, correct? So most of the time you only take care of. So I would like to ask you the very first question from your side, what companies basically look for while hiring a candidate.
Okay, so this is an interesting question, and I can basically correlate with my hiring when I was hiring for QS Technology and building my own team versus what kind of people are getting hired outside. So, depending upon the kind of how big or small that organization is, which team these engineers are going to be part of, but few of the traits, few of the the characteristics of the future employee, what every organization or basically a hiring manager is looking for is the interest from the employee to join their organization. How much interest you have? You cannot go casually and I did 4 or 5 questions they asked me and I gave you all these right answers. This is okay because this is accepted, this is assumed, and you have to deliver on your technical part. There is no question about that. But beyond that, since you asked me a question from the hiring part, and this is where any students who is watching our videos and they can try it out, that you have to show a lot of interest that yes, I know about your organization, I have done my due diligence, your company is into so and so business, and this is the team I am going to join. If you already know some kind of role into that, and prepare yourself accordingly. Show a lot of interest into that. That is one thing. Second thing is the bigger the company is, and if you are into services domain, they will look for your communication skills and the confidence with which you talk and behave. This is sometimes misunderstood at a student level. Students still think why speaking has so much of preference, but trust me, a 60% aggregate student who speaks better English versus 80% who struggles, 60% is a very, very, very great chance not only to get the job but also to succeed in the industry.
So I think in continuation of the first question, I would ask you what are the major challenges faced by organizations?
Okay, so the company has many challenges in terms of hiring, at least at the entry level, Sanjeev. So they go to college campus and those who are good in academics, they can speak decent English, they are the one who are get hired. So everybody who knows how people are getting hired in campus, they will know that that's a fact. Majority of the hiring happens because of that. Two things: good academic records and a decent communication skills. But the problem for the industry is when these students are hired, they do not want to be in cybersecurity domain because they never thought that I will be in this domain. They may or may not get it. Their aspirations are different. They want to do JRE, they want to write CAT, right? So they are not focused on the actual job which is given to them, right? They have the certain aspirations. They do not want to work in 24/7 environment. They want to go to abroad for higher studies. But who will do the job? The projects which this company has come, which they have received. And that is where they are looking for the students, which Purple Synapse students are able to fill that gap is, they are the one who want to be in cybersecurity domain. They are not going to change their domain because they have invested money and time. They are not going to go for CAT and GRE immediately after getting placement. And they love this domain, and they and we are very, very happy. Even we love our job, whatever we are trying to do, and we are successful people in cybersecurity domain. So that is one of the reasons why people hire from Purple Synapse, all these organizations.
Great. So, and what are the job roles being getting offered by the companies to these students who are getting trained by Purple Synapse?
So there are three Sanjeev primary roles. There are many kind of, by the way, cybersecurity entry level jobs are there. I'm talking about entry level jobs. And I'm not going to talk about the niche roles like R&D, and you are working with a new product development and we are filing patent and all, because very, very few companies are hiring this kind of particular role. And Purple Synapse is not for that niche role. We are here for majority of the next layer of students who want to get into the cybersecurity domain. And three most popular jobs which are available in the market are, the number one is Security Operations Center, people working in SOC. And this is the team which monitors the security of a large organization or a small organization 24/7. The attacks are happening 24/7. Tools are configured and being monitored 24/7. And this is the team which is going to look after those scenarios. Second kind of jobs which are available is in the domain of security, security control devices operations job, like firewall administrator, IDAM, IAM management, the people who are working on the WAF, people who are taking care of these tools which has been deployed at the large organization, right? You need people to manage those tools, right?
Correct.
So this is second level of jobs which are available in the market. And third is the red teaming is what we call, where you do vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, where you will be handed over a server or an infrastructure, and your job is to make sure that everything looks okay and nobody is going to hack those systems, and you are going to submit a report and suggest some remediation so that it can be fixed. And before hackers are able to do some kind of damage, you are able to proactively able to provide the report to the organization. These are the primarily three jobs which are there.
Thanks,
And we teach all three. So our students are getting placed in SOC, our students are getting placed in operations, and our students are also getting job in VAPT. So majority of the jobs which are available in cybersecurity at entry level, not the niche jobs, have been taken care by Cyber Pro. So you're not learning only one specific domain. You're learning all three, and depending upon your capabilities, you will be able to perform far better than anybody else who has only trained on a particular single skill set.
So I think that question was very important from the students' perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most of the kind of students ask that question, so I just thought maybe that would help them.
Right.
So the next question is in continuation is of the same is because the salary is another important aspect. So what is the the salary range which gets offered by the companies at the entry level positions?
See, just like a campus placement, if you go to campus and you have been hired at entry level positions, the salary would be in the range of 3 to 6, in a decent range. I'm not talking about the extreme cases, because there are some companies who are coming to us and offering 2.4, 2.5, big companies, a big brand, but for the initial job they don't offer that much of money. Maybe 1 year, 2 years down the line they offer a very good salary, but initial level they don't want to pay that much. So range is somewhere in in between, and on average 4 plus a decent student is able to crack in Purple Synapse. And we never publish, you don't talk about the highest salary and all. We talk about everybody's job.
Okay.
So the range is somewhere between 3.5 till 6.5, and on average a good student is able to earn more than 4 lakhs to start with. And see, the idea of Purple Synapse is not to give you higher and higher salaries. We will never publish who scored how much, and how much the top performer is getting, because top performer will always earn wherever they want to earn.
True.
The question is, on average, people how much they earn. Everybody gets the job in Purple Synapse versus 1 or 2 students getting 15 lakhs, for example. Because how somebody is getting 15 lakh, 20 lakhs is going to help somebody who is unemployed.
True.
There is no unemployment concept in Purple Synapse. When you are here, everybody has a job. So think from that perspective, and obviously we want our students to earn as much as they can, but as we discussed in the previous section, that hard work has to come from your side. We are going to deliver as much as you can, but 4 or 5 months is very rigorous, and totally how far you want to go, and when the company is available to pay you that much of money. But generally company pay in this range to start with, and very stable job. You don't have to worry about layoff and everything else. So that's a good part.
Sure. So while the companies hire these candidates, is there any waiting period also which gets imposed by them? You join after they release the offer letter. Is there any holding period, something like that, or they are immediately getting chance to?
So similarity with college in terms of salary ends there. There is no further similarity with the college in terms of this job offer letters when they are handed over to the student versus when they join. The companies who approach us for the job, they immediately want the student. They don't want to hire somebody from another organization and then going to wait for 2 to 3 months because they have to fulfill the notice period. Here, companies come, give you the offer letter, they expect you to join in 1 to 2 weeks.
So basically there is no loss of time.
Ready-made jobs are available, and the good jobs, you directly start working on the projects. So that is the great part about it. No waiting period, nothing like that. And so far it has never happened till now, till batch 8. But even if it is going to happen and somebody offer you a job and then say they are not interested or cancelling that, we are always there to back you up and you start for the next job.
Correct.
Right? And we make sure that they hire you and give you on roll, as soon as possible. We're not going to allow anybody who will ask you to wait for suppose 2 months, 3 months. We're not going to do that unless you accept what company has to offer you. But from our side, we will not do that. Okay. Yeah.
So thanks, Ashok. I think all these questions were very relevant from the perspective of the students, like and the company's perspective also. So
Good.
So thanks for giving the proper insight into this, and maybe it will help the students as well as the company.
Definitely, Sanjeev. It is always a great conversation with you. We have been doing offline a lot.
Correct.
We discuss a lot about how industries, where the industry is moving, what the students are doing, what kind of skill sets are required, and in part one we discussed about the students' need, what they want, how they think, what kind of answers they are looking for. In this part, we discuss about what industry is looking for, who is going to answer from their side, and as we take this conversation to the third level, we will be talking about what Purple Synapse want from our students.
Sure.
Okay, so stay tuned.